let's talk a little bit about Beatrice Elachi, Honorable Beatrice Elachi, and the impeachment that we saw yesterday. I'll begin with you, Honorable Nyamunga, rather. Nyamunga, what were your thoughts? What do you read of this?
I was a bit saddened, of course. Elachi is a friend and a very strong woman. But what saddened me is the fact that the impeachment was overwhelming.
103 votes.
Yes, almost 90%. That to me was a bit high, and I started questioning myself, where could the problem have been? But then also when you look at the accusations leveled against her, they're the same accusations that we keep hearing of interference, disrespectful, some level of corruption when it came to the building, the house which was supposed to have been built, bought at 100 million.
25.
125. So you see the same problems that we have in Kenya. And as a woman, you wonder, could there be a difference that we could make in some of these things? Because some of there are accusations, we don't know if they're true or not. And also the fact that she did not appear, because by law she should have been given an opportunity. But then they're also claiming that she was given, she knew, she just that deliberately did not appear.
Exactly.
So it's a very tricky thing, but most unfortunate. But I think she should have seen it coming. And maybe she should have done something about it much earlier. Because it is not the first time. I think from day one, there have been issues. So she should have seen that the rain is coming and take precaution, and knowing that she's a representative of the women, because any gains that we make as women, we all own it. And we say, that is a woman, that is one of us, and we want more and more. So to me, it's unfortunate. And it was done so fast, so quickly, swiftly. I think there may have been a failure somewhere in terms of engagement.
Okay. Yes. Before we get the views of the rest, here's that update of that story. Now, members of the Nairobi County Assembly have overwhelmingly voted to impeach Beatrice Elachi as their speaker. And the ouster motion tabled by Waithaka Ward MCA Anthony Girakwa saw 103 members from both majority Jubilee Party and minority NASA side resoundingly impeach Elachi, with only 2 voting against the motion while 2 abstained. KTN Senior Political Affairs reporter Duncan Khaemba puts Elachi's woes into perspective.
This is Nairobi County Assembly Thursday afternoon, as members overwhelmingly and decisively voted to oust Beatrice Elachi.
Mr. Speaker.
Out of the 121, a record of 103 MCAs voted for her removal, surpassing the required threshold of 85 members by at least 18. The motion mover was Waithaka Ward MCA Anthony Kiragu, popularly known as Bishop.
Kukosa uongozi. Unajua hii ni mara ya pili ambapo motion ya kumtoa imekuja. Ya kwanza haku-approve, so ikapotelea hivyo. Hii hakuweza kupambana nayo, ndio maana tukaweza kumtoa.
The MCAs listed 4 grounds for her removal, being conflict of interest, undermining the authority of the County Assembly Service Board, abuse of office / gross misconduct, and finally, failure to show leadership.
At 90%, that's a serious number. For you to be sent home by 90% of the members, then you sort of ask yourself, why the 90%?
Only 2 MCAs voted against her removal, 2 abstained, while 14 were absent. The speaker was impeached in absentia and did not get an opportunity to defend herself.
You timed the fact that the speaker is away, then you decided to impeach her in her absence.
No, she's away by choice. She knew about the motion that was...
Felt like she had issues. The best thing that she would have done was to come to this assembly, explain herself.
However, there are murmurs that Elachi's ouster might be as a result of supremacy wars in the 5-man county service board, pitting the ousted speaker as the chair a now out-of-office clerk Ngwele, who is the board's secretary, with Elachi being accused of running the board unilaterally. Earlier Thursday, the besieged Elachi spoke about her planned removal, claiming it was mere witch hunt. Elachi was speaking in Mombasa, claimed the MCAs had unfairly ganged up against her. Duncan Hemba, KTN News.
Okay, Honorable Mtambo, your thoughts on Beatrice Elachi and her impeachment?
My thoughts actually are drawn from what my good friend has just presented, self-esteem and our morals. You see, anything you do, you have to do follow the due process of the law. I'm not saying that they did not follow the law. They
right,
know they have the reasons.
Sadly, let me cut you short, but I'll be back to you and that comment. Just hold on to it. Bichachi, your thoughts.
You know, the most critical thing we must understand is this. Number one is I wish that the MCAs had acted against Elachi on the matter of corruption.
But they
say so. But that's not the case.
It's politically instigated?
It's not just politically instigated. Beatrice Elachi is one of those people who's a stickler to the law, okay? And one of the things that has happened, and if you remember where the rain started beating her, is when there was the joke of a nomination of a deputy governor called a Canadian citizen was nominated. And when this Canadian citizen was nominated, Beatrice Elachi was quite clear in the beginning in saying that, listen, I don't think this nomination is going to fly. And there's been tension between the office of the speaker and the office of the governor. That's one. But number two, it's a fact that our MCAs in Nairobi are convinced that their job is to get on trains and planes to go on trips to Mombasa and per diem. And anyone who tries to interrupt that kind of thing has always faced the wrath of MCAs in this country. So for me, congratulations to the MCAs of Nairobi for being the first in trying to impeach a speaker and trying to use a reason behind that. Now, I only urge them to be genuine in the activity that they've done, because they're setting precedents. Now, the precedents should not be now that MCAs in Vihiga kick out their speaker based on per diems and trips. Again, we need to reclaim back the dignity of these houses called county assemblies so that they can be held to a higher threshold. We are tired of stories of tissue paper being used 2 rolls per person. We are tired of stories of them fighting with chairs. So that's the issue.
Honorable Rose, do you feel as if the MCAs did that from a good, with good motives?
The intentions can never be good intentions, because to me it is so clear. When I saw it, Elachi is a very strict person. But the way it was done and very swiftly, it means everybody was in agreement, both NASA and Jubilee. So that means, and we've seen it in other counties, where they blackmail governors, and governors yield to some of the things they should not even, you should not be in that. So what I'm saying is, to me, it is more political than just the accusations. I think it is political, and it could be also issues with the county government, the executive. It could be even a larger NASA, because Elachi has been the larger Jubilee government. Elachi has been a big protector of the Jubilee government. How come nobody reacted? I mean, if they didn't want her out, somebody could have, there must have been a way, because the first one, she was saved from being ditched. But the fact that everybody was quiet, it was done so swiftly. And also, I can bring in the issue of the handshake. Maybe now the Jubilee does not need people like Elachi anymore, because now it is on a silver and easy for them, because she was a very strong member.
All right, Ms. Shimura, you had a point before I cut you short?
My point was drawn from, like I said before, was drawn from what my good friend started talking about self-esteem and doing things the right way. It would be very wrong if Elachi was removed because of political grounds. She should have been removed because of what the law says, because she violated the laws.
Abuse
and
of
there is a
office.
process.
Right.
If you ask me, there is a process. If she used the funds or if she did not respect. You cannot vote somebody out because they don't respect you. No, the law does not say that. The law says that you can only be impeached if you go against or contrary to some sections of the law. And before you are found guilty that you have gone against those sections of the law, there is a due process. So there are other institutions. If you are found that you are corrupt, there is an institution, okay, which deals with that, not the MCS. And once you are found guilty, then the MCS, they have all the reasons, okay, to remove you, okay. So I think I feel for Rachi, and knowing Beatrice as a very strong woman, like she said, I've worked with her, and she's a very strong defender of the law. Yeah. So I wonder at what point she came to misuse or she came to break that law, because I know she can deliver, and she could have delivered
she went to court in
Nairobi, but because she went maybe against somebody, that somebody also may have influenced our removal, and that is wrong, and that is where we are getting our morals, our values wrong. Because if I get you impeached because we are not friends, then that is too wrong, and we are not serving this country with justice.
So what options does Honorable Elachi have?
I think she has gone to court.
She has?
Yeah, I think she has gone to court, and I was reading somewhere that the court has stopped that impeachment, and it has to be respected, because we have to respect our courts. So a court sitting somewhere in, I don't know where, also drew out the implementation of 16%. I want also that to be implemented, because the court has said so. The fuel should be down. My car was reading empty as I was coming. So I expect, I expect that the price is down, because we need to respect our courts. Otherwise, we'll be running a banana republic, whereby laws will not be followed, and court orders will not be followed.
And ladies and gentlemen, that's